you give him anything of significance or any spells in particular in note form?
Actually, yeah, we could do a bit of a spell trade.
Okay.
You're supposed to babysit this motherfucker. You're gonna leave your post?
Not leave. I just need to sit down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, what spells are you going to try to teach him?
Alright. I could try teaching him. Probably already knows that one. Ooh. No, I have to teach him wizard spells. He won't be able to learn anything that isn't a wizard spell. So I can't teach him that. I could teach him. Does he know disguise self?
As you read the incantation for disguise self, he picks up on every word, writing them down verbatim, seemingly flawless in his memory as you recite.
What's
I've
he
not
writing?
heard, and he says, "I've not heard of that one."
Damn talented. I like this guy.
What is he writing it into?
He has parchment all over the room. There's papers everywhere.
It won't be a proper spell.
The significance of the journal was
yeah.
that it was originally not even his. It just had spells in it to begin with.
Actually, yeah, essentially, I'll just keep swapping spells with him until everyone arrives back. Does he have any interesting spells?
If you query him about his knowledge, he is strangely reluctant to reveal anything other than the words to the teleportation circle.
Huh. Interesting.
Would you like to try to cajole him?
I'm gonna try to persuade him. Try to get advantage on that by offering him another spell. Probably one he's more interested in. Does he know Chill Touch?
What do you say?
I'd be like, surely, the trading of spells is something every wizard enjoys. It is a mark of an academic.
Alright. Roll persuasion.
Move.
Take advantage for the offered second spell.
Oh. Fuck yeah.
My rolls.
10's better than 8.
Yeah. 10's not too bad.
He seems intrigued. I don't believe I've heard of a spell that could freeze a man's blood where he stands. Do you know Magic Missile?
I do in fact know that one.
Shame. I've nothing good to offer you.
No matter. You still have quite a few interesting experiments here. Especially our lovely cats.
Ah, yes. The pride of my collection. The feline is just such a wonderful company.
I am quite curious. Most of necromancy spells I've come across are usually for humanoids. A cat one is quite unusual.
You might like it. But he doesn't offer any knowledge.
Fair enough. Rather stay in his good graces.
Yeah, alright.
Other than that, I guess we'll just keep, bonding over spells and...
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll a D100. And then we're gonna cut back to the rest of the party and see what they're up to. Oh yeah. Alright. Cool. All right. What is everybody else planning now that you've arranged a luncheon with Waterhouse the following day and have an interesting invitation to dinner as well? But tonight, anything goes.
Yeah, my whole plan was to go back, interrogate the wife over dinner, and then have someone feed the Burgermaster, and then retire for the night.
Okay. Yeah, you arrive back at the mansion without incident. Citizens are starting to return to their homes as the cold creeps in for the evening. There's very little nightlife. It's almost as if they would fall back into their old ways, should nothing else of excitement occur.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing the cook and everybody's back in the mansion.
The cook, though, you've not seen hide nor hair of the cook. You have no idea what happened to the cook, in fact. It's clear that if you want dinner at the mansion, you're going to have to come up with a way to make it. Maybe with some of the servants might have picked up a thing or two along the way, but cook is actually, Walks Among Stars, you remember roaring in the cook's face as a bear.
Yeah.
Just yesterday.
No, she's part of our alibi. Like she's playing her part. Yeah. She's playing her part, man. She's doing what she needs to do to keep this charade of ours alive. Every bit helps. I want to surveil some shit in cat form.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just want to interrogate her really quick, and then we could do your cascade.
All right, so we've got one person that would like to interrogate Lady Petrovich, Lydia, and one person who wants to sneak around and do some surveillance.
It's not quite night, right?
Not yet.
So I'll sit in on the interrogation, help out with that before taking.
I'd like to help out with the interrogation.
Okay.
I'm going to. Can you open the door to the study, please?
Which study? Oh yeah.
I'm up the stairs.
So I'm going to basically arrange this so that she can sit over here. I'll sit over here, and we're going to eat together. Everybody else can join, but we'll need someone to feed the Burgermaster as well. Glug, would you mind feeding the Burgermaster?
I will feed the Burgermaster.
So we bring her out of that room?
Yeah.
And we bring her into this room here?
Yep. And beforehand, I'm going to kind of prep everybody. I'm like, leave this to me. We're going to try and make an ally here if we can.
We don't need this page for this. We could do it in theater of the mind.
Okay. So we'd basically we would take her out of the room, still gagged and blindfolded. We get into the hallway, walk into the study, close the door. I'd sit her in the chair, and I would unfold her, ungag her, and there in front of her would be, a proportioned meal with drink. And I would go sit at the other end of the table, and I'll say, "Please have something to eat."
Where do we go?
As soon as she's ungagged, her lips trembling, listening to your words.
I think it's hilarious that you sent her only ally off to feed her husband while all us men gang up on this poor old lady.
Irina can be in here. That's fine.
Oh,
Irina wishes to have nothing to do with an interrogation. If
that's
you
fine.
Tell her that's what you plan.
That's fine.
Dude, what do you say to Irina? before you do this.
Oh.
Speak with her? You don't have to call it an interrogation.
Yeah, it's just basically I need to get more information about the church. That's what I'm driving for. And that's honestly what I'm trying to do, and that's what I'm going to tell Irina.
Information about the church would be beneficial, so she will sit in then.
Yeah. And I'll say, please eat. Over the event of what has happened today, you seem famished. We must do some explanation and hopefully come to some conclusion.
So before you start this up, though, when you're talking Irina into it, Lost Young Stars is going to tell you something, too. Just real quick. He's just going to say, find out what she knows about the Walkers as well.
Very well, I will. And I'll also tell Irina that's what we're doing as well. I'm going to be completely open with Irina. There's no reason to hide anything.
Yeah. She understands it's not going to be a violent affair.
Correct. Yeah. It's going to be a conversation.
Just a conversation.
Yes.
No biggie.
So,
all right.
Yeah. So I'll gesture, I'll say, please, eat, drink. I know you
Lydia.
can't relax, but...
Now I have to get into Lydia's voice.
Yeah, no worries. Do your best.
All right. Yeah, all right. I'm good. I'm there.
Okay.
The glass trembles to her lips as her fingers hold the stem. She sips a little wine, and the familiar taste seems to calm her down just a little.
Fair.
What have you done to my husband? The town must be worried sick without us.
No, Ezek is taking care of the town. Don't worry. He has been told that your husband is injured and is undergoing medical treatment.
Ezek would never leave his side. His right-hand man.
He's not leaving his side. He's not leaving his side. He's guiding this town through a treachery that has happened.
And whose treachery was it?
I'll kind of shrug and I'll say, Mother Nature, Strahd, take your pick. I'm not sure. That's not why.
As soon as you say Strahd.
Okay, but that's not why I invited you to dinner here. One, I want to have some I want to explain to you on what's going on, and two, I have some questions about the church and Wobders.
Yes. Saint Markovia. Hail her infinite wisdom.
And her desecrated church that sits within your walls.
My brother would never allow it.
Does anybody else work with your brother, or is your brother the only priest residing over that church?
I believe the boy helps him from time to time.
Okay.
Mill something.
Okay.
Sounded like a nice enough little brat.
Madam, the church has been desecrated. I don't know if the bones are gone, but certainly aren't protecting anybody in there. Something has happened, and my first suspicion was your husband and yourself.
Ridiculous. She's starting to gain confidence.
Madam, you must understand, it is not ridiculous. It is quite real and quite unfortunate. The situation that you're in, being the sister of the priest, makes it prime that you and your husband could have done something, but I want you to be rest assured, I believe that you had nothing to do with it. I'm trying to persuade her into...
Well, of course we had nothing to do with it. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Yeah, I'm trying to make her butter her up.
Ooh. As you're... Yeah. Roll D4 too. Yeah, as you begin to make your impassioned...
Get the sense that you're not really making a lot... Sorry? Okay, yep.
21 as the musk wafts into the room, soothing the woman and invigorating your arguments.
Yes.
Alright. You get the sense you've made very small progress
Fair.
towards convincing her that you're not going to eat her liver and sell her to the devil himself.
Yeah, fair. I'll lean in and I'll say, I have no love for anything that would desecrate a sanctified church. My plan is to weed out whomever or whatever did it, bring it to justice, and reconcify the grounds of St. Markovia.
Well, you won't find the culprit here in this house.
Convince me. And I'll lean back in my chair. I'll say, convince me that the culprit isn't here.
Oh, it gets musky again. Walks Among Stars is inciting on this shit. Oh, 29.
So I'm waiting for her response.
Yeah. There's nobody here more loyal or steadfast against the devil than Baron Vargas Velakovich. I think I got his last name. Yeah, Velakovich.
Okay.
Myself, the noblest woman in all of the land, raised a wonderful boy, Victor. I believe there's no doubt that none of us would ever have anything to do with a desecration.
And what did Nick's insight get her?
She's starting to fall back into her haughty noblewoman attitude that she puts on as a charade. Doesn't seem like she's doubting her words, but she is being deceptive in that she's projecting an image.
I'll say in your language, I'll say, press her now.
Oh, come now. You put on a good act, but behind that thin veil of nobility, you're tired. You're afraid. You don't know what is to happen. Everything that you thought was right has been turned upside down onto its head. The people have revolted. Your husband disposed. And I am the only thing standing here willing to give you a chance.
Boldly interrupting you.
Uh-huh.
I saw what you did to my husband.
That was not me. Who was the man in the cell? What was his name?
Udo.
Yeah. Do you remember dear Udo, the loser of the last of your husband's... Yes, the blacksmith, Udo. The gentleman who...
The smile slid from his face and he met just rewards.
You mean just rewards from your husband? In that room that your husband's locked in, correct?
Indeed.
Well, when we had to go defend your little town, Udo was the keeper of your husband, and unfortunately, but fortunately, he kept him alive as we instructed Udo, but took his vengeance, although regretting it after the fact, took your husband's sight. I had nothing to do with that. I restored health to your husband, never took it away. That is not what I'm here to do.
Surely your negligence to leave him tied up with that foul man?
No, my dear. My negligence would have been to sit here and babysit your husband while your town fell. No. The negligence is between you and your husband on running this town into the ground. It's people dry, taxing them emotionally every day, every night, and if, for whatever reason, someone says, I'm upset, it's 10 lashings and locked in prison for the rest of the month until the next victim is selected. That is where it comes to. We are not here to talk politics, madam. We are here to figure out who desecrated that church, and you are going to help me.
Yes, well, you'll surely not get very far with the townspeople with that attitude. My dearest friends who come for tea every Sunday won't have anything to do with you.
I want to see insight, see if she's telling the truth or she's trying to throw a bluff at us.
Yeah, I like that too.
Go for it.
I'm
What's
not gonna-
that?
Someone's gonna have to tell me unless I have
There's some
advantage.
insight rolling.
Crescendo.
Roll.
As the moment crescendo, so does the pungent odor. And Tados, you are guided, sir.
Nice.
It's a D4?
D4.
D4.
So 14.
Alright. Try to remember that you should be waiting until after you roll, or after Nick rolls to roll your insight checks, guys.
Oh, sorry.
No big deal.
It's hard.
Yep.
It's difficult.
I'm letting it slide.
So what do you get?
14. So you get the sense that her facade of friendliness is crumbling because her words are no longer friendly.
Hmm.
But it does not seem that she is being a liar or untrue. She truly believes these things. It is all part of her routine, though, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The routine is crumbling. She's not being a liar.
I'll sit back in my chair and I'll say, I think we've misunderstood each other, and I think you must understand we're fighting the same war, on the same side. Look, I'm not here to rebel rouse. I was challenged by your husband, and when I came to meet him, he attacked me. So, I took him alive, unharmed. It was not me that harmed him. And I merely am trying to suss out what you and your husband really believe is to be true. Now, your facade, where crumbling like the church, is very nice. But you must remember one thing, my dear. And that is, I have no intent on harming you or your husband. In fact, I was actually looking into trying to restore your husband's sight, get him back to a normal functioning human. For no man should suffer, even for what he has made suffering, known through this town.
Persuasion.
I mean, it's honest, but okay.
Take advantage.
Sure.
Musk.
Advantage for
Musk.
your honesty. She doesn't believe you, therefore you must persuade her.
Musk. 26.
Alright.
It's not as catchy as Anubis Be With You, but it's quick and
It's Musk is acceptable, by the way. As
Musk.
soon as you've heard the word Musk in your favor, you can roll.
Perfect.
Good enough.
So, 26 on the board.
Yeah. The rest of that facade that was crumbling in anger now crumbles in comfort. She starts to open up a little bit.
Okay.
Do you mean to say the citizens may no longer need to fear the ruler of Vallaki?
Yes, my dear. Fear has its place in time, but not when you're trying to rule people who are already afraid of the place they live. Look outside your window. The people are rejoicing. They have shared in a victorious triumph in defending their hometown. Morale is where it should be. Strong. Vallaki. That is what you need to rule by. Not by fear and iron fist, a false happiness, exiling anybody who comes in to help.
She grips onto the words you need to rule by.
Musk. 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 So much musk.
Are you rolling insight?
So musky. Yeah,
I'm coughing. There's so much musk.
Is somebody?
my mom would
Oh,
love
shit.
Oh, you're gonna do it. All right, all right.
Here, hold on.
What do you want insight
That's a
into?
30.
It's a 30 insight.
What do you want insight into?
Is she like gonna is this woman going to be cooperative? Just the whole course of the conversation, does it seem as though she's going to, because like, does she understand that she's been deposed, and is she going to be cooperative?
Okay. Yeah. Past in the previously in the conversation up to this moment, cooperation seemed to be improving
Mm-hmm.
to the point where it would be freely there.
Mm-hmm.
At this exact moment, the notion of deposition, well, you're about to hear the words themselves.
Okay.
So you would place me in charge.
Oh.
Then, my status unrevoked.
You would so easily cast your husband aside.
Again, he was damaged beyond repair as far as I'm concerned. He's unfit to lead in his condition. Somebody must take the family mantle.
The first things first. That church gets sanctified and re-established as hollow ground. Then I will debate putting you in a position of power.
So, wouldn't things seem kind of odd if she were to just come into power after a random attack or after we get the church taken care of? Doesn't that seem kind of odd? Wouldn't it help to be able to slowly progress her into the role, even if by his own hand?
Nonsense. My husband has been injured in the attack and can no longer lead.
All right. She's power hungry.
She is.
Confirm. That's a gnat.
Yeah. She's clinging to what power she felt at his coattails and hoping to keep it.
But, okay. My question for you, lady, is would this town blindly just up and follow you over him, say he is gone, he's dethroned, I am now taking over, or would they be more apt to follow you if he were to hand the reins to you and make a public acknowledgement of it?
Well, he's in no condition to make a public statement in his...
Cast disguise self as him? I'm not.
How long is that an instant spell? Yeah.
Hold on. It is one of my legacies. I get to do it once a day. Hold on.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do it as an action once a day.
Yeah.
Awesome. She attempts to seem unfazed, but fails to do so. And takes a big sip of wine to try to cover the
And as
surprise.
I'll capitalize on this if you're okay with that, Kirk.
Please.
I'll lean over and lean on the table as I'm sitting, lean on my elbows and lean close, and I'll go, as you can see, you're not necessity to us controlling this town if we really wanted to. So, you must understand it when we say that's not our interests here. Do you understand us now?
We absolutely can hand over the reins. But it's up to you if we hand them over or not.
But of course, many are loyal to me. They would surely accept my words in place of my husband.
And if he were to direct all that were loyal to him to you as well, would that not make for a better rule of power?
Of course. I'm
So,
the
we're in
logical
agreement.
choice.
Mm-mm.
Not yet.
You may be, but we are not.
No, in agreement that you are not going to take this and run and start telling people that he has gone and become damaged beyond repair. Because if you do, I mean, I will just show up and you'll be wrong. And you will be seen as one that is trying to cause a coup for your dear husband.
And we could possibly show you how it feels for the blacksmith
Alright.
being locked into a room.
Roll, both of you, well, Tatos, roll intimidation and take advantage for the threat that
This time the musk takes on a sinister,
Musk!
the
Sinister.
threat that Sir
sinister
Davik
and imposing vibe. Oh God!
But you
Good
also
well.
feel
Advantage.
super inspired.
Or two.
has.
Oh, you're gonna inspire him?
Oh, he's so inspired. You're
Yep.
so inspired, my friend.
That
You're
flies.
so inspired.
Go ahead
Roll
and take
another
inspiration
d20.
from
Yeah.
Sir Davish.
You're so inspired.
Inspiration, so, where am I?
Roll
Okay.
intimidation again.
There.
So inspired.
Oh my God! It's 11. It's better than fucking.
Jesus Christ.
I was trying to
All right.
persuade, but okay. Either
Yeah.
way.
You managed. Well, that sounded pretty intimidating to me.
Well, it was the offer of bringing all of the people to her side
Oh yeah.
instead of just saying, do what we say or we're going to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
It was more like, do what we
Do
say,
not-
I'll show up and make you wrong.
Yeah. She knows. I see. I have no choice but to await your approval on anything.
Correct.
Then
As
the
long as you await.
conversation is over.
As
And
long
I
as you await,
await.
we're happy.
Then I will
Yes.
wait.
And as long as you're cooperative, your son remains safely in his rooms above.
I accept.
Very well. Finish your dinner.
She rips into a leg of chicken
Mm-hmm.
heartily.
I'll say,
Hungry.
so, tell me what you know about your opposition in this ruling of the town.
My husband suspected that the Lady Fiona wished to make a pact with the devil himself, bring him upon the town instead of keeping him at bay.
And what evidence?
He could never find any evidence. The woman insisted that her absence from the festivals and her strange comings and goings from her house were all in the interest of the health of her daughter.
Well, it seems strange that you would claim that she is with the devil himself, even though we found evidence to say that you may be with the devil.
And what evidence did you find?
Who has the book?
I do.
I'll go, Tatos, would you please? I'll extend my hand.
God, you just show everything off.
She fingers the cover a little bit.
No, I was
No?
trying to grab it from Tados.
All right, you're
I'll
not
hand it.
extending it towards her, though.
No. I'll just set it on the table right in front of me, and I'll say, "This was found in your attic."
She leans to get a good look. A dusty old tome?
I'll open it to where it says Strahd all over the like one of the places where it's like, "I am Strahd."
Yeah. Perhaps a history book? Where did you find such a thing?
Outside your son's room. So, and I'll snap it closed and I'll hand it back to Tados and I'll say, "So either your husband works for the vampire, you work for the vampire, or," and then my face will kind of like lighten up and go, "Your son works for the vampire. Which one is it?"
Or my husband's great-great-grandfather found an old book and put it in our attic long ago.
Well, that very well
She
may
laughs
be.
a little bit.
That very well may be, but seeing as though this is association with Strahd, what proof do you have that the other ones have more association? Because all I've seen is a book with his name all over it, and they just have implications.
You need only watch Wachter House, and you will see that group she calls a book club. They plot on Friday nights.
You spoke of Lady Fiona's daughter. What do you know of this illness?
She came to my house a few times and was clearly a simple child, completely insane. Thinks she's a cat.
Interesting.
Insight. Musky fucking insane. This bitch.
Big old musk.
Big old musky inside on this
Big old musky.
bitch. Bitch and 14. She hiding anything from me? About this daughter? With a 14?
Yeah, there's more to say, but you can't really tell what else there is to say.
You promised your cooperation. I can tell you are hiding something on this topic from me. Do you
The
wish to
daughter-
go back on our agreement?
No, the daughter was betrothed to my boy, nothing more.
Well, I appreciate your reluctant cooperation with this line of questioning. We may resume this in the morrow, but until then, you may reside with your husband again tonight. I'll take her back into the room. I'm sure Klug is done feeding the Burgermaster at this point.
You are going to lock me in here after I agreed to everything?
I'll look back at the group. Well,
Yes. A wife belongs by her husband's side. It is your own custom.
It's disgusting in here. Thing me full of lies, have you?
no. No, we don't think you're full
As
of
the
it.
door shuts in her face. That's
Yeah.
Just no door
No.
shut in her face.
Yeah, no.